ass on.
What is the caption?
The caption is, "Where's CRISSY? We need to know your side." What?
What is that?
That's the truth.
Oh, relationships.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about them?
Yes. Girl, I watched her video and it made me cry.
Which one? CRISSY or DOMO?
DOMO, when she was just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It messed her up.
Mm-hmm. It definitely did. It did.
Let me put my bifocals
It happens to the
on
best of us, man.
so that I can see.
Hey,
Oh I look like a truck driver. I look like my daddy. That is not a compliment you give a girl.
Who said you like your daddy?
I did. When I put these glasses on, I can actually see.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, we brought in our therapist. We brought Summer to the live, y'all. We need a third opinion.
What kind of gum is that?
Oh, that's that Orbit. It's good as hell.
Can I feel one?
We love y'all too. We love y'all too. Ooh.
So y'all,
who's a Leo?
Have y'all met my best friend Summer?
No, who's a Scorpio? Because it's Scorpio season.
Oh, yeah.
These two are Aquariuses.
I'm Aquarius and a Pisces.
She want to be a Pisces so freaking bad.
She's right there on the cusp.
She want to get put out.
But that's the way to start fights. So we're not going to start a fight. Mm-mm. When we talk about,
Did I do it right?
Mm-hmm. What up, love?
But,
Summer, they say you're beautiful.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You Elda? Did I say it right?
Summer is beautiful. That's really sweet. I don't feel beautiful.
Tyrus, y'all lit?
No, we really don't. Y'all, we about to come out with how to get your life together. Mentally, physically, emotionally. That's what
they say. You're fire, girl. Tell her again. Tell her over and over, you guys, that she is beautiful. I always call her my chocolate drop.
I seem to be everybody's chocolate drop.
Well, I don't want to know that.
Wait, no. Listen, I was born on Valentine's Day, so my mama said I was her boxes of chocolate.
Oh,
that's so cute.
Oh, baby Chalk.
Oh my God.
Chalk style, Chalk. We want Chalk. We want Chalk.
Oh my God. On our camera, I look
Aquarius gang, y'all already know.
15 pounds heavier. I just want to be like this.
That's okay. So Lily and I are going to start our journey to being healthy. So that's losing weight, sculpting our bodies, also being healthy spiritually and emotionally. And we're going to start that journey here shortly and take you guys on it. Because what y'all don't know is Lily and I, we're like the same height. We used to be the same size. We would share clothes. Every time we go out, we were always 5.
So you borrow.
So cute.
Oh, so you borrow.
Really?
What about you and your sisters?
But I really borrowed your clothes.
No, I borrowed your clothes. You know what? I borrowed your accessories a lot.
Yeah.
I don't buy a lot of accessories.
And you would take stuff on trips that belong to me too.
Yes. I did.
Yeah. But anyway, neither one of us look like what we used to look like.
No.
At all. Like we used to be, y'all, we used to be 5. We were like, you remember we would go out and people would be like, are y'all sisters? No, we're just best friends.
Now
post a picture so people know it's real.
Now what you gonna say about me and what I look like right now?
You
what
look
you
good.
gonna say? Because right now I look like a trucker.
No, she don't look bad. She's just not what she used to
Thank
be.
you, baby. You know what? You love me.
It
don't matter how big I get. You be like, she don't even notice when I gain weight.
Well, that's how it is in relationships. When I was in a relationship, my partner didn't know when I was gaining weight. Really? And then when I lost weight,
they knew.
He was like, Dang, you little.
Yeah.
No, bro, I'm really not. I'm just not
Back to
a
me.
big girl.
She didn't recognize it until I lost weight. Yeah, and then we looked at my pictures and I was like, oh my God, I really was big. But that's what happens when you get in a relationship.
Y'all getting off track.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we supposed
yeah.
to be
Where
talking.
Chris at?
Chrissy. Why you can call her Christy, Christine. Now she Chris.
Yeah, where Chris at?
Y'all gotta fill
Chrissy.
me in because I'm confused.
So the tea is they broke up. The last video DOMO made was she was saying
She over
it. She ain't got nothing else to say about it unless CRISSY makes a video retaliating.
And then she made a video that night on Instagram Live.
What's tea?
So they are broke up or they not broke up?
They are broke up. They got 2 separate homes. And clearly they said that they had broke up. Well, they had counseling. Like the whole year they was trying to work on it and stuff like that. So when they initially broke up, they was like, y'all, we went to counseling. We tried everything. We broken up. We finna get separate places. And we gonna be best friends. They were supposed to be best friends and just have like that friendship relationship and co-parent.
Do y'all think exes can be best friends?
No.
Yes,
We had this argument yesterday.
I think so.
Well, it wasn't an argument. We had a healthy
I think so.
debate about it yesterday.
It's about a level of maturity. Y'all, I need yes.
Alexis said no. She said that's a mess. Y'all gonna make me get sad. It is sad that they broke up.
Yes, they can be best friends.
I don't know.
It depends on the level of
We're gonna
maturity.
let her. Okay, you explain your side. I'm explaining my side. You explain. No, I'm gonna explain my shit later.
Like, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna let Erica explain why she think exes can be best friends.
Because
Man,
I
no.
feel like if y'all become friends first, it's like levels and stages to this shit.
Mhm.
You become friends first, get to know each other, love each other,
Mhm.
and then you
Nope.
decide that it doesn't work.
Mhm.
And then you
I'm
respect
glad.
the fact that y'all were friends from the beginning. So you look at it like, okay, that was just a boundary we overstepped.
Mhm.
Now let's get back to being friends. Let's just be my friend. Go back to being my friend.
Have you done that before?
Yeah, I got people that I'm still friends with.
A lot of people that she don't.
And now they be like, bitch, what's up? Like, for real, you young
But
girl
to me,
cute.
Okay,
And they
you
don't
go.
try it.
And you explain.
It depends on the level of maturity y'all have.
I don't think I'm gonna just go.
See, okay.
If you got to a certain level of love with a person, it's a different.
But that means
hold
there's
on.
a touch of bitterness in there.
No.
And you're not supposed to have bitterness towards somebody.
That's true. And I think that you can reach the level to where, like, okay, I respect I respect your decision. Like, we love each other. We're cool. There's no beef. But I don't think y'all can be best friends. Y'all can be cool, but it ain't gonna be like talking every day, like going to the movies and hanging out, going on trips.
Well, I mean, I got best friends that I don't even do that with.
Okay.
That I don't even talk to every day. It all depends on the person.
Or maybe your definition of best friends.
Right.
Well, no.
Yes.
Because we're close. That'll make us less close because we don't do all those things.
Said that sounds like a cordial relationship.
Yeah, like
I
y'all
wouldn't refer to it as a best friend.
No, or friends like that. It's just a cordial relationship.
Right.
Like we was once in a relationship.
I think it can happen, y'all.
I feel like, me personally, if you got to a certain place in a relationship with somebody where y'all had like sex and y'all were in love with each other, for it to be healthy after that, I just feel like you guys should go y'all separate ways. The relationship didn't work. Y'all weren't meant to be
if you could
around
let
each
all
other,
the
so
bitterness
it
go.
becomes a cordial relationship.
Yeah,
like the
it's
girl
cool.
said.
Yeah,
like I would speak to you, hey to you, and we might even go to
No,
lunch
I could be
sometime.
best, and I'm telling y'all, I can be best friends with an ex like that.
But won't nobody you with be able to?
We're not talking about the side effects. We talking about can you be best friends?
Okay,
with
can
the
I say
ex?
something? The people that I've had 3 boyfriends.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm cool. Like, I feel like we can speak, but I feel like it's always gonna be there where they try you again.
It is.
That's
exactly
what guys think with their heads, and there's
Said
2
Deborah
heads.
Cox and RL said we can't be friends.
I
don't think
win
exes can
by
be friends unless
Yes.
Y'all are no longer
Saw
in
your
love.
car there.
Right.
Oh,
Wait a
minute, she can carry this.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't bring Deborah out. Don't bring Deborah out of me. But no, y'all.
But we
If
have
you
two
can
different
drop-
opinions of it because
If you have not an ounce of bitterness towards that person
I don't think it
after
has nothing to
leaving
do
them,
with bitterness.
you could be best friends.
It has okay.
You could be best friends.
You guys,
Erica, you're saying what we're saying. You're just using a different term.
you are
Not
you
cordial.
wanted to be best friends because you want to be like I could be on the phone with that person every day and this
I
this,
can.
and that. Like,
And I'm saying I can.
but normally in situations like that, if feelings were involved, then people would still feel a certain type of connection to you. So
It's
they will
called
feel
soul
entitled.
ties.
Yes,
Soul ties.
it is called
You
soul
can be best
ties.
friends. You can be best friends.
And that's how.
That's my
and
story. I'm
we got to
sticking to
this
it.
yesterday because I'm like, okay. She was like, everybody not like you because I will backtrack or something like that. I ain't never backtrack, but I was like, just like
Best
we
friends.
said we were
Best
friends,
friends.
we were friends. She was my ex, and then we ended up in a relationship together because we kept talking. We
It is
kept building a
possible.
bond. Even when we were just friends and she was dating other people and I was doing whatever I was doing, by us still communicating and still talking, we was able to create those feelings back for each other.
Y'all have
Lily.
that connection.
But Lily, let's not act like we ain't friend zoned each other.
That's what I just said. We were. I just said that I was there being your ex while I was being your friend. And
Best
you were
friend.
talking to your best friend. And all the people that you talked to had problems with you still talking to me.
But they weren't wifey, so I don't care about their problems.
Right.
Oh my God.
You had no opportunity to try to make them wifey because you were still telling me you love me.
You a goddamn liar.
I'm leaving. No, but you know what?
I was single.
Y'all
I
are
could tell you
talking
that.
about being best friends.
Mhm.
So what the challenge for me is having a best friend who's dating a woman.
Mm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
me and Lily were like, what go together? Name two things.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Peas in a pod.
Peanut
ketchup
butter and
fries.
jelly.
Yes, all of that.
Tampon to the blood. Gotta go.
That was me and Lily.
Right.
All like no matter what,
Right.
we riding together. And then along comes Erica. And you know, and when I first met her, I was like, okay. So then I thought, well, maybe she's going through a phase, or maybe she's confused. And you know, I'm just like, all right, y'all, literally, my friendship was gone.
Oh man.
She became her girlfriend, her best friend.
Oh man.
What else? Her love, her all of that.
Husband, zaddy, zaddy.
Everything. And then it was like there was no more Summer and Lily.
But you know what the difference is?
And I'm trying to get it back.
It might be different
It's there.
because
Yeah, Lola.
it is there, but it is too a difference because remember the relationship that I was in prior, I was still separate, but he wasn't my best friend. He wasn't somebody I could do all those things with, right?
No, she would run from him to me.
Right.
And then I would have to try to get her back together.
So, but with most relationships, I'm like clingy as fuck and I'm overly in the relationship. And so I'm always kind of distant. So it's always been hard for me to have a relationship, a healthy relationship with my friends and a healthy relationship with the person I'm with. So like, I don't know, it's hard for me to split that time because I'm either
Dedicated or
here.
you?
Yeah, I'm either
No,
there
but
or
I
not.
feel like if Erica was a man, it would be like, oh, okay, so she's gonna go do her thing with her guy friends.
Mhm.
Lily do her thing with her
I
girlfriends.
got guys.
I get that too.
Okay, but now,
We
yo,
do everything together.
I invited Lily to go on a trip with me for my birthday. She was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Me and
Our
Erica will be
girlfriends.
there.
Then she was like, well, me and Erica haven't been out the country yet, so can Erica come? And I'm just like, but mind
Because
you,
you're saying if I was with a guy, I wouldn't say
You
that.
wouldn't be
no, it
tagging
would just
along.
be me and you and the girls.
Mhm.
But like, and I
I
love Erica. Erica's awesome. We've hung out, like it's cool, and we can all three hang out. But it's just like if you want to kind of get away, and your friend not be with her boo, like how does that work?
Correct.
It's hard.
It's hard.
That is hard. I never thought of it that way. But I guess, and then, I don't know. You're single and we're in a relationship, and then I was in a relationship with a girl, and you're straight, and then you had different beliefs back then. So it was just like a bunch of shit.
Your friend needs a boo.
Yes.
Okay, but then what? Me and my dude go hang out with Lee. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I guess like a couples thing. But I don't always want to do a couples thing. I want to just be with my friend.
Right. And y'all don't get it twisted. I do not be tagging along. Lily just be trying to invite. And if I say I'm good, well, you don't want to spend time with me, I guess you got other stuff to do.
No, now y'all making it seem like with me, I just feel like I don't even know what the hell to say. I just feel like I just do what makes me happy. And we in a relationship, we do everything goddamn together, so we just do everything together. And I was always chilling with you and your friends. And
So you think you gotta tag me along with your friends?
No.
Show some love.
There has to be a healthy balance.
Yeah, it has to be a healthy balance, but we just do everything together. I don't know. It's weird.
It's not a bad thing, though.
No, it's not.
Because I don't mind.
And it's weird because even in this relationship, we said that when we got into a relationship, like literally down to like taking showers, eating together, sleeping together. We do everything together, like literally. In our old house, we didn't go without like everything at the same time. It's weird.
Take no showers. Now you lying.
So fucking irking. It's weird though. I don't know how to explain that.
Is there like other couples who are in the same sex relationships? Do they spend a lot of time together too?
Most of the time. Most of the time, they best friends with their mate. But I never thought of it like that in that perspective. Like if you were a guy, then I would be spending more time here. But that's because I'm always in a relationship. I've always been in a relationship. So when we were spending all that time, I wasn't in a relationship. So I had a lot of time to do things. And then back then,
who wasn't in a relationship?
You were.
No, you say you were in a relationship?
No.
Yes, you was.
But that didn't count because that nigga did what he wanted to do. So I had a lot of time to do that because I wasn't in the right relationship.
Okay, can I just say something? I'm not saying that you can't spend time with your boo.
I just need to make
balance.
I just think it needs to be a balance. Yeah. Like I
agree with that too.
Y'all, what y'all don't understand is like we went years and not talking.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were other factors in it.
Yeah, because I was going to say that was more to do with me. I went a long time without talking to anybody. I had this conversation with Chris last night too, because let me tell you, Saturday we was over with Babyhead and stuff, right? So my mom and dad call me every day. It's been like that my whole freaking life, right? So Saturday I didn't talk to my mom at all. And I thought about it. I'm like, dang, my mom ain't called me. Why she ain't called? But I still didn't have time to just call her. So Sunday she called me and she was like, oh yeah, you really got a mama, huh? You remember you got a mama. And so it really made me emotional because I'm like, what the hell? Well, why you didn't call me? She was like, because I always call you first. You don't never call me first.
But you got that bad.
I do. But
because I have to initiate everything, y'all.
But that's everybody's problem with me. Like I'm the type of, because I'm always busy. I'm always doing something else. So I don't feel like that. I don't know. Don't put that pressure on me.
Okay, the pressure.
And so
pressure released.
My mom said that, and she was saying it really being kind and just like, oh my God, I'm a loving mom. You should be happy your mom wants to talk to you or think about you. But she was being passive aggressive too because you got a problem with the fact that we didn't talk for one day, and it hurt my feelings because then I feel like I'm not appreciated. Like for when I do make an effort, and if you wanted to talk to me that bad, then you call me, you text me. What the hell? Why I have to do it first?
So the question was not, the question wasn't, can you be best friends with your ex if you're in a relationship? The question was, can you be best friends with your ex, period? And I still haven't got my point across.
Somebody asked that?
No, I'm saying it. I'm still stuck on the fact. Y'all saying I can't be best friends.
I mean, I think most people said like,
no.
Okay.
The majority of people,
just because they say no,
you will not be best friends with your ex. If you wanted to be best friends with your ex, who was just your ex, I wouldn't be happy, and we wouldn't be in a relationship.
That's why I made it. That's why I made it clear. Listen,
that's
why I made it clear first. I made it clear first that the question was not, can you be best friends with your ex if you're in a relationship? The question was, Summer said, can you be best friends with your ex? Period.
I feel like you can be, but it comes with certain things.
But the question isn't.
No, I think that you can be cordial and you could even be an associate to your ex, but y'all are not going to be best friends.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Homegirl.
They said no.
Homegirl. No, I said yes, you can.
Friends, not best friends.
But see, Erica called the people that she's still associates with, they her best friends.
Yes, you can.
Like the girls that she still talked to that she had previously been with, but that's because she got a different feeling about friends. To me, they not best friends.
You can.
Associates.
Darisha said yes, you can. Darisha said yes, you can. No. Y'all ain't see all the yeses before those no's rolled in.
Yeses.
There's barely a yes in there. And if they are, they probably a child.
Me and my boyfriend tried and could not. We was still effing.
Exactly.
That's y'all thinking about y'all little nasty ways.
Or you have like even when I remember you,
Ronisha said yes. Physical. The physical will come back.
No, I don't care
if it's day one of your best friendship or in a year. It comes back.
No, you can't.
Crazy said yes.
I think it depends on how the relationship ended.
Cherie, that means yes to me.
Even if you don't, I don't think Erica get the fact that even if she don't see people in a sexual way no more,
say yes.
They will still have that physical attraction to you.
Layla said yes.
If I see my ex,
Kim said yes.
Y'all might not want to have sex like that or be physical.
They gonna
like
try
that, but they'll try. Yeah,
they gonna try you with something.
I'm an Aquarius.
She sounds crazy.
Okay, so what are y'all saying about CRISSY? So what's the answer you need about CRISSY?
Where's she at?
Yeah.
Okay,
she's not making a video or
she said not nothing.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But everybody be going crazy when somebody has opinion on what Damo's saying. Nobody knows the truth. We only know what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
Speak that. Speak on what's being put out there.
When she did make those posts, remember I was watching that video yesterday and she was like, well, Domo don't want me to tell the truth, how we was faking it for so long and how they was doing this or something for views and that the relationship had been over or something like that. So I think in Domo head with them making the stipulation that they was gonna be friends afterwards, she thought she could still have control over the situation, meaning she could control who CRISSY was going to talk to because they had that title of being friends instead of just making it like, okay, we're gonna co-parent, this what it is. You don't tell me what to do, I ain't tell you what to do, you don't worry about what I'm doing, I ain't worry about what you're doing because they broke up long before they ever broke up.
Y'all, and
so
babies,
Domo should be over it.
When you have a child, it changes. Now, I don't want to say it changes everything. It changes your perspective and how you internalize the relationship because you start thinking about okay, I'm about to be a parent. Mm-hmm. I have to raise a human. And what you accepted or what you were in, you let it go. Like, that's what happened with me. I mean, like, I realized like, oh man, like oh, by the way, I just had a kid 2 years ago. It's a little boy. So anyway,
Eli.
Well, when I conceived Eli, it was just like, whoa, Summer, you got to get it together. You're about to be a mom, a role model to this little boy. Yep. So I had to take myself out of the toxic relationship because I couldn't allow my son to see that. And then I didn't feel good. I was sad and I was depressed and I had to, I don't know, you just realize that there's just more.
Yeah.
Because, and I've always had standards, but I think I was in a bad place. My standards kind of lower and I was just accepting stuff. And then when I had Eli, I was like, oh no. And let me wake up. Yeah. Where's Summer at?
I told you that, like, with my relationships with my kids' fathers and stuff like that, like I want my kids to see unconditional, real love. So staying in a relationship for the sake of children.
He said I'm friends with all my exes. No, my friends are my exes are my friends, but I'm not their friend. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry. I thought that was funny.
Staying in a relationship with someone just based off your children. I wanted my children to see unconditional love. I want them to see love regardless of if I'm with their fathers or not. So, and I wanted them to see me happy, and I wanted to be happy, and I felt like that was the healthiest thing for my child. So that's why I can't stand when people say like they're gonna stay in a relationship based off the children. You're not happy. You're not teaching your kids nothing but to settle for things that for less than they deserve. You know what I'm saying? So love yourself enough to be like, I let go of that situation. But does having a child make you want to hold on more? Yes, because you ultimately do get those thoughts like, damn, maybe I need to try to see if I can get something back, or if that spark is still there, or maybe we just going through a rough patch, and this would be beneficial to my child to stay together. So it kind of prolongs the situation a little bit more than if you don't have any ties like a child.
But a lot of people trying to say that CRISSY used DOMO.
Yeah, I saw that on here.
I don't think so. So, in your opinion, Summer, if you being where you are in life right now, you attract a football player who already has the life, and he invites you into that life. But within that life, you find yourself, and you try to make the best out of yourself personally while you're with this person that already has it all. So you start, making your own business and just, trying to have something to call your own, building your own special foundation. If y'all break up, how would you feel if people say you used him?
And y'all were once in love, I guess.
And he offered all that to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
Right.
And I think people are looking at the outside because you don't know what was actually happening. And I don't follow them, but from what I've seen on Facebook, it looks like they were like genuinely happy with each other. I mean, I guess I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, my mama always told me, when you look at pictures, she was like, look at the person's eyes. Like it tells everything. And so I think they genuinely loved each other. But y'all, like, stuff happens. Like as you grow, if the person isn't growing with you, like y'all are on two different pages.
Right. And she'll be a dummy to not become better while she's with.
Yeah, you supposed to.
She'll be a dummy to walk away the way she came in the situation.
Right. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
No. Because you were put in the situation ultimately to learn something, to grow, to enjoy the experience. And you thank them for their experience, for their time. But if some things come to an end, if people in a relationship cannot make it past that struggle phase, the phase in the relationship where it is challenging, you are getting to know each other, and one person may be growing faster than the other one. And if you don't have the patience or the communication skills or the proper mentality to be in a relationship, you will not make it in that relationship, and that relationship will end. You know what I'm saying?
Did they go to counseling?
Yeah,
they did
for a year.
But I think in their counseling, they probably realized that they were so different, and they are so young, so they're gonna change multiple times right now. Like until
honey, if you under 30, just
like I told my nieces, I used to tell them like, oh my God, like in high school, I wish I wouldn't have gotten in relationships or even bothered with it. I should have stayed focused on what I really loved, which was like cheering and dance, and I loved learning, and those were things that interested me. But when I started to love sex and love the fact of being liked and love the fact of looking cute and being fly, my focus changed, and then I had a child, and then I had more things that come on top of that. So it just ended up changing me as a person, the flow of my life, and it made me stressed at a young age, and I went through more things.
Right. My mom used to always tell me like I remember when I was 20 or 19, she'll be like, baby, when you turn 21, you're going to go into a whole new era, a whole new zone, a whole new part of your development. Like, she would always try to prepare me. Like, 25 is a big change for a lot of people.
Yes.
Because really, like, biologically, like, chemically, something is happening.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, that's why a lot of times when people are young and then they get into these relationships and, I mean, basically, I'm just agreeing with what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
I can just keep rambling. But
I know my life changed dramatically when I turned 25. I thought it changed at 21, which it did, because I didn't do half of the things I did at 21 at like 17 and 18. Because I lived a fast life during those years. Because I was a teenager, I had never been out and wild and free. And so I wanted to do everything. But then I realized I'm grown. I really have a child by the time I was 21. And by the time I turned 25, it was like, okay, what are you doing with your life? You were supposed to do this, this, and this. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? So at 25, I think I started to pay more attention to things. And it actually was a good and a bad thing, because that's how I ended up talking myself into being fat. Like, I wasn't even fat.
Lily.
And I started calling myself fat at 25 when I was just thick. I had got like grown woman weight, but I actually created what I have right now. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all,
life happens, and
yeah, they young.
You're not supposed to feel bad about you going through life. So
why
you just make the best
CRISSY
decisions.
Make DOMO change her style?
DOMO decided to do that by herself because DOMO was insecure in herself.
Right.
So
DOMO already explained that in DOMO's last video.
Yeah. Nobody can make you change anything. When we get into relationships, we try to change for the person because we ultimately want to be better, because we want them to like us, right? But sometimes that makes us lose ourselves in the midst. And then it comes to the point when we're in that struggle phase, we like, oh, hell no, I done changed up everything about me. So now you back trying to find who the fuck you were while you in the relationship, and it's causing more problems because neither one of you are liking any of the stuff that's going on.
But you know, I think too, like, I feel like some people said that about me and my ex. Like,
what?
Okay, so when I met him, he had on some Ed Hardy shorts and this polo shirt. I hope, if y'all, no offense to him, but like, when I saw him, I was like, oh, like, he's tall, he's really handsome, and like, I really like fashion. And I mean, I just introduced him to clothing and styles that fit well with his body type. And like, people would be like, oh, Summer got him dressing like this, or like, I mean, I introduced it, but it was like his choice. And he likes it. I don't know. I kind of feel like,
well, you go through that in a relationship, because we went through that in our relationship. Like, when I started to grow to a certain level mentally, and Erica looked at it and was like, oh shit, like, this actually does have good things coming from it. And she decided to maybe do whatever she wanted to do in her way, but it was similar to what I was doing. So then people were like, oh, she want to be like Lily. First of all, we're in a relationship, so we are here to make each other grow. And
you are who you hang with.
But I'm saying, as far as like, when it comes to that person trying to please you and make you happy by doing something you didn't even ask them to do, you probably didn't even want them to do. So you didn't like, it ain't like he was just so insecure in his shit that he was trying to change for you.
I mean,
you upgraded him.
I did.
Yes. And that's okay.
It is, because in a sense, there were things that he upgraded me on.
Right.
You know, like, he
didn't know Ed Hardy was out of style to you, and you didn't tell him. So what you did was you helped him transition out of that space.
It is. And that's what we always talk about.
But let me tell y'all something, ladies.
Not the two that play that game.
Don't clean up these niggas.
Not the two that play that game.
Don't be out here building a nigga, because what's gonna happen is
they're
gonna smell good. They gonna start looking good. All them old baby mamas, exes, all of them gonna come back around. He gonna be feeling himself. And then to the world, he like God. And then you over here looking stupid. Like,
right.
And then now, baby, he dressed real nice. And I just be like, that was me.
Okay. It makes you walk away feeling good about yourself because you made somebody step up on your level. And then it builds your confidence and your self-esteem because it's like, oh, he really found me that important in his life to take me serious enough to go ahead and listen to me and let you introduce him to that new style that he has. So that should make you feel better as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got that power. You got that power.
I remember my brother and my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law said when she first met my brother, pretty boy, he always flies.
They trying to eat you through this chat.
Who?
Our supporters.
They trying to bite you because I said the one on the left. And if I'm looking from how they looking, some of you over there.
But y'all don't boost me.
Okay. My sister-in-law met my brother. She was like, she dressed all ratchet and he was all clean and stuff. So she was like, oh, no, I'm going to keep this one. So it made her go and change the way she dressed and change the things that she would normally buy because she wanted to be upgraded for him. But I think it's pretty normal. It's just a matter of if the person has like for real low self-esteem, sometimes it'll backfire because they'll feel like they lost who they originally was when they were shit in the beginning. So,
now if a person can't handle criticism, oh baby, they gonna be mad. Oh, you trying to change me? When you got with me, you liked this Ed Hardy outfit.
Yeah, stop.
So it depends. But to answer your question, Hannah, I don't think that CRISSY used DOMO.
Right.
I think that it was mutual. And
I mean, she would be a fool not to capitalize off an opportunity like that.
Well, when you put it that way,
that sounds bad.
That sounds so bad.
No,
I think that's natural.
Yeah.
Elevation is natural. It should happen. No one used.
And then she right there seeing the game firsthand. There's millions of people that want to know how to get millions of followers on YouTube, and but then she's given the game.
She was a part of it. They didn't have just DOMO at first and just CRISSY as a channel. It was DOMO and CRISSY, and when DOMO originally came from,
the channel only worked with both of them.
The channel did flourish with both of them. That's why that channel is sitting at 3 million something subscribers right now, and both of them separately just now getting to 1 million. I don't think CRISSY got to 1 million, but it is definitely better when you're a team. That's why couple channels flourish, and that's why relationships are successful once people get married and stuff like that. And they in a healthy relationship, not a toxic relationship, but they flourish. So
did y'all see?
Summer, you got asked on the date, but I'm just. Did
y'all see with Will Smith and Jada on the red? That was a beautiful discussion.
No, I need to see
I gotta go watch it. I seen a piece of it
because it talks about a lot of what we're talking about, and just I feel like what did he say? Because Will was talking about how on the outside, like how they were just their successes within that year, and how to the world it was like he was just winning. You know, his kids were winning, he was winning, Jada was doing her thing, but Jada was so unhappy. He said for 45 days straight she would cry in the morning.
And he said he put it in his journal, right?
Yeah, and it like woke him up. And I think that's a beautiful illustration because like people, you have the growth in your relationship and then individually you have growth. You know, you have desires, you have wants, you have needs. So I think it goes back to that balance because on the outside, maybe they did look cool. Like they were doing well as a couple, but individually they were struggling.
Right.
And that happens.
That does happen. We go through things like that all the time.
We be arguing.
I don't think it'd be arguments now. Now it'd be more debates because we actually know how to communicate in a relationship. But like a couple years ago, it would be fights and arguments because we didn't understand what each of us were feeling, right? But even in the relationship with all the success that we be having now, like some days I would be sad not knowing why I was sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, or feeling like I was an underachiever when I got a lot of stuff that I should be appreciative about. And
look, what did they say? We're lovely. I can't see either.
Their
The
cups weren't full when they met.
That is it.
right.
That is it.
That's all it is.
Right.
That says it, and that's like everything.
And that's because they got together so young, right?
But that's a lot of couples.
That is.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
You
like
know,
that.
and you were talking
We
about
filling up our cups right now as we in
Yeah.
a relationship. And just like when we went through those challenges, like I'm almost there. When we
cups
make that video,
spill, baby. Cups do spill.
they do. And it goes down a little bit and you got to get it back up. So we have to know that we have to work on ourselves individually and we have to work on ourselves together. And trying to have that balance is the challenge in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out ways to properly work through it, to be able to communicate through it, to still love each other through it. And, you know, a lot of people these days, they want to give up. They just, oh my God, you don't like me. I don't like you. We just keep arguing. We disagreeing. But after you get through that, you find that love again that you once had. You know what I'm saying? Like when all the shit just gets out your face.
Yeah.
So I think people have certain expectations. I know I used to have all these high expectations because I live like what my mom and Hannah say, like in fairy tale land, right? I mean, when I was little, I pretty much planned out my wedding. Like I know what I want to look like. I know how I want to get proposed to. I know what I felt like love was supposed to look like.
There's the answer to y'all question.
Magical, right?
When I'm a marry her, when y'all got $50,000 to donate towards this wedding.
Just Bree said, Will and Jada took communication courses. I saw that.
Right.
That's intrigued
important.
me. I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's like communication and finances are the two things that destroy a relationship.
And it helped our relationship. We started watching videos on YouTube together that were counselors doing communication techniques because we really couldn't talk to each other. So I'm like, well, all we watch is YouTube. Let's watch these videos. And it taught us a lot about love, about how we love, it gave different exercises that we could do to ask each other questions so that we could get to know how we like to be talked to. Mm-hmm. And it was, and I was like, dang, we should go to like a real one. We should go to a real counselor and hope they do these types of exercises. You gotta want
your relationship before y'all try all of this.
She said, y'all are so low. She can't hear. Is the microphone?
No, ours is up. Just mute y'all now.
You muted?
Can y'all hear us? Is you loud? Can you hear us? Y'all sound fine? Okay. They said we loud. Okay. No, but for real, you gotta want your relationship.
You do.
To work. Don't be just learning stuff just to be manipulative.
And it's crazy because like when you go through things like with trust issues and stuff, one person will feel like the other person don't want it. And it takes a lot of that person being completely transparent to get the other person to trust them when you're rebuilding trust or you're learning communication or you're in that relationship and you're trying to work past something, right? So both of you guys have to be transparent in what you want and what's the end goal in that relationship. And I feel like a lot of times some people fake it or some people, they don't show their real feelings. And, it gets so deep because it goes all the way back to like childhood issues and how you grew up and how you automatically react to things.
I tell people all the time, go to counseling individually and do relationship counseling.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because,
you find out a lot about yourself.
Man, what? Yeah. Like trauma that you didn't even know you had. When I was in undergrad, undergrad, I, let's see, when I was 19 years old, I was so sad, so depressed. Then I ended up going to counseling at my school.
The chocolate chip have a channel.
I try not to.
Listen to me. So when I went to counseling, I realized like my relationship or the inconsistent relationship that I had with my father, I mean, caused so much. Like, but it didn't hit me until I left home and went to school. Yeah, I was struggling, but it didn't come out until I was in counseling. And she helped me work through like my insecurities, my feelings of like being abandoned, all kinds of. Y'all are tripping.
No, I'm with you on that because I didn't.
You don't see. I'm trying to take it. You know, I'm open for a date because I took my son to get a haircut yesterday, and the guy who was cutting his hair was like, "You single?" Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Why?" And I looked at him and I was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "I guess because no one's asked me, or like, I don't know, like people don't talk to me." And he was just looking at me crazy.
I think it's more so Summer has always been attracted to the wrong type of people. She is so smart, so beautiful, very, very educated and well aware of everything that goes on with her. But when it comes to the type of people she wants to date, she will go and get somebody that's totally opposite from her.
Maybe
I want to say two things. One,
don't listen to Lily.
I think I think self-consciously, like people used to always say that I was stuck up, or I thought I was better, or I was prissy, or I had money, or all this stuff, right? So I think self-consciously I would accept conversation or go for men who were opposite or who had a different life than I had. And I mean, that's the only way I can think about it. Like, I think it was just something like in me because it was kind of like, well, if I date him, clearly I'm not stuck up. But I think that was because I worried about what people, said. And
you used to worry about that a lot.
Yeah, but I really look at people's heart. Like I like passion. And I mean, people like I never felt that in somebody who had the same path as me. But I mean, I don't. The people that I dated were good people. They had good hearts. They just had their own traumas that overlapped in the relationship.
I think it's pretty normal to always get attached to people because even this type, she like people that has a problem. She want to be a fixer, and you want to be a fixer. You want to fix people who has went through trauma, you fall in love with them because of their situation and because of how you all are connecting through what you're talking about, and that's really normal. But it's
that
also
person
toxic.
Gotta want to get out of there.
Yes. Somebody said the whole time the love of her life could be a female. Because somebody told somebody.
They say you was dating fuck boys.
Well, no, they were like some only like men. Because I think a female was writing.
Yeah.
Or something. Y'all are funny.
Somebody said Summer gonna have me drive to Chattanooga today. They say I'm right here, Summer. Stop, y'all. Y'all so early.
Grams is quiet. What's up with that?
She was listening. Saving these men. Okay, y'all. I said that's why I can come to you and say, don't be out here saving these niggas.
Right. You started off.
Y'all, and then I even look back like all the dudes. Y'all, I went to undergrad and I went to grad school. What? I didn't date nobody when I was in college. But then too, I was really reserved. Like I was the girl in college that wasn't going. I was nice and sweet to everybody, but I didn't date anybody. But now I look back and I'm like, dang, if I would have
the time of your life.
No. But maybe if I would have dated someone in college, maybe I would be married right now.
Right.
I don't know.
You talking about somebody like on your same path, if you just would have gave them a chance, but you wasn't on that. You was worried about yourself, and you were really focused on school. Like Summer made all A's,
so you shouldn't feel bad about. So you shouldn't feel bad about the outcome.
No, wanted to be an example for herself. I feel like you were focused on completing your goals, and that is what drove you. Well, it's what was driving you. So you weren't focused on that. And then later in life, you realize you're like, oh, well, I'm getting older. Like, I actually am getting older as I'm accomplishing all these goals. And that's when you started to want a relationship.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Yeah.
30.
But a lot of people do that too. Like when women who are like CEOs of companies, they don't have children and they so invested into their careers.
Someone said no high school sweetheart. No, y'all. I didn't date in high school. I wasn't on that. I didn't even kiss. I didn't kiss a boy in high school. I didn't date in high school. I wanted to wait. I mean, so no. No high school sweetheart. No college sweetheart.
They said, honey named chocolate chip. I'm done with this whole chat. They can't even stay focused. Y'all can't even stay focused, y'all.
It's all over the place.
It is. It is. Because everybody just worried about taking some on a date.
That's too cute.
Listen, her name is Summer. Yo, I am. Stop.
She don't have because Summer reading the comments, but she ignoring them while she talking.
I'm happy that she's seeing these comments, and I'm happy that y'all are doing this because
I know y'all made me feel like a new person. I might go out in the world today and think I'm something like. Well, wait, that sounded bad.
I think I'm bougie.
Yeah, I might be bougie today. Okay. I might be at the gas station. You looking at me?
Oh snap! Yo,
that is too cute.
No, really, we made this video I wanted to do this video because a lot of people be saying they want to hear different opinions on different situations.
Mm-hmm.
So, clickbait! Don't look at that caption. If y'all in here.
Do y'all have questions about relationships? Did CRISSY ever say something about them? Did DOMO? I have a question. So, in any of these videos, did she talk down about CRISSY, or was it more so on what I did in the relationship? Like, did she
spoke a little bit? She said a couple of shots here and there, but it was just pretty much she was speaking her truth.
She's a good girl when she want to be shot. She said, I ain't gonna say nothing else about this unless she retaliate. The fact that she used the word retaliate says a lot. So you've been talking slick.
I think she didn't have to.
You know she has a reason to say something back to you.
She didn't have to say nothing completely bad about CRISSY, like be on there just down talking her. It was the fact that she was telling how hurt she was. So people automatically gonna feel like CRISSY the bad person. Because she the one who's speaking about how hurt she is.
And
so
CRISSY ain't saying
if CRISSY not saying nothing, then everybody looking like, oh, well, CRISSY must have been the one doing this. And that's what happens when one person speaks their truth and the other one don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to play bad guy, good guy.
Mm-hmm.
When it could have been nobody. The relationship just could have came to an end because people grow apart.
Oh, she said CRISSY had hickeys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that ain't nothing.
CRISSY told her she was easy to get over.
That stuff that she was saying in that video is normal shit that people go through. Like, if you break up with somebody and the person dating somebody else and they come around, like, I don't know. Maybe our shit was just toxic. We done went through a lot of shit. So it was just like, it was normal. Like, okay, y'all broken up. What you think she doing? Hugging? What do you do? What do you think?
Right. Do y'all have some questions? I think CRISSY said. Okay, ask a question.
Yeah, I agree with you, CAJ.
No one at age 21 is ready for a real relationship.
It all depends on the person.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree? No one at 21?
Yeah.
I agree too. It depends on the person.
You shouldn't really.
Because when I was that young,
I feel like you need to live a little bit more.
Shit, when I was 19, I felt like I was ready for a real relationship.
And you remember I got with you when I was 21? Okay. You told me you need to live some more.
Ask your question. She said, I've been said I had a question.
Put it out there. Put that little shit
How
out
do
there.
you deal with a future mother-in-law who is controlling and messy? Ooh, child.
You ignore and you focus on your relationship with your mate, because the serious y'all get and the more successful y'all become, that mother will have no choice but to respect it when all y'all doing is good. If you give her something to talk about, then
and your partner needs to check that. That's your partner's responsibility,
not yours. And at the end of the day, you should always be respectful. Like, I don't care what somebody mama can be totally don't like me and be blatantly disrespectful. Not to my face, because they won't disrespect me like to my face, but that's your mom, that's somebody's mom, and you respect them. So I don't feel like you should be indulging in conversations that, oh, your mama messy or this, and this. Leave that to your mate to check and just be respectful. Right. Because I mean, nothing can go wrong with that. But the moment you put energy into it, into being messy, it makes it more messy.
Yep.
I feel like.
Yep. That's when it spirals out of control.
We're actually live.
That's when it goes wrong, y'all.
On another channel.
So are we going on live on Instagram today? We might.
Should you tell your mate to check them?
Yeah. Well, you can have a good communication. Yeah, those I was going to say, like, y'all need to have a really good conversation about that. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you need to check your mom. I'll be like, look, I really feel like your mom is disrespecting me as a person, and I would like it if you...
Or she's overstepping.
Yes. So I would really appreciate it if you said something to her. Or, you just made it clear that we are together. Or however it want to be, but be respectful about it.
What was my major?
Yeah.
Well, it's long. I have a bachelor's of science in child and family studies with a minor in communications. I have a master's degree in organizational leadership with an emphasis in leadership coaching and mentoring. That was long.
Okay. As long as you got a story, baby. That's all that matters.
5 years in a relationship and we still live with our moms. Should it change? How old are you?
Yeah, that's the real question. Any tips for communication?
Active listening. Nobody listens to understand.
Yes.
You might hear the person, but while you're listening, you forming what you about to say.
Listen with intent to reply. Oh, okay.
First of all.
Okay. Active listening always works. That's number one at the top of the list. What do you think the second one should be for communication?
I was talking to this to my friend. I was talking about this to my friend this morning. I think you should set communication agreements. I don't want to say rules, but like I notice with my students, when we do our circle time, we have like 10 agreements that we're going to follow. And I think you should do it in your relationship, like respecting each other's opinion. I mean, another thing I feel like your tone of voice and the words that you use is really important. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be any hostility, foul language. If you're ever at a point where you're angry with someone or you feel like you're about to go off, I think that both of you should respect each other's time to kind of step away and come back to the conversation.
Yes.
I know you kind of asked me a clear question. I would say in anything with communication, having some agreements with your partner.
Yeah.
And actually, both of you talking about your expectations, write them down and sign off on them. I don't know. It works well.
Contract.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with all that.
Oh,
finding
what's
out
her question? Because she didn't ask her question 1,000 times. Yes. Well, fine, go up.
Okay. She said about her friend.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
It was about her bestie. It's up here. My bestie relationship is rocky. They have a 2-year-old and she doesn't want to leave because she thinks he's going to change. I feel their communication is horrible, but neither will leave. They gotta want to be better. On the strength of the kid.
It's Rocky. She thinks he's gonna change. Has he shown
any improvement?
Yeah, or any like
interest in changing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it can't be that she wants him to change. He has to want to change.
We will have to know the details.
Yeah,
like that question is like a blanket.
But you know what? I just not knowing anything, I would encourage them to go to counseling.
Right.
Especially if they have a 2-year-old. Mm-hmm. That's big. They have a child and then their child is young.
Right.
What people don't realize, like from 0 to 5, your kid is absorbing everything. Mm-hmm. After 5, they're only implementing what they absorbed, what they learned in the first 5 years. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I feel like couples allow certain things in front of their toddlers because they're like, oh, they're a baby. They're not going to remember. No.
Right.
They're taking it in. They should go to counseling.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that will make a relationship super successful is if you change the way you look at money. Like a lot of people fall out because of money issues. Oh, he's overspending. Oh, they're not bringing home enough. But if you realize that money isn't nothing but an energy, not an object, it's an energy, you'll be able to see that.
Secret rules.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I got ADHD. Okay. So if you stop worshiping money and making it seem like y'all relationship will fail or y'all find yourselves getting mad over money all the time, that's bad. I can't think. I got ADHD, y'all.
Well, you should teach a class to young women. Actually,
yes, that's coming up.
I do. Yeah, I work with women. Mm-hmm. I work with children.
Every day
on all topics of sorts of things.
I think we're gonna do a video on the topic that we was talking about the other week about your class. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like I want to get people's opinions on that. Not on the live though.
They said, "Where's the class?" I'm asking for a friend.
Coming soon.
Yeah, so like I do that in my profession. And so like something that Lily and I were talking about was coming together and doing a project. Mm-hmm. Just really reaching out to women. And we were talking of, that's what I kind of mentioned it in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So like really connecting on the physical, the emotional, the spiritual and mental health.
Right. And because we both come from different backgrounds and different, like, we've been friends for 10 plus years now. So we come from different backgrounds, but we kind of go through the same things, right? So we want to be able to help women and young girls with situations that we've been through that they might come in contact with or whatever it may be. Like we want to be there to kind of help them with it from both perspectives. From one that graduated from college and one that did not.
And one from the hood, shout it, because, you know what I'm saying, I can show y'all how to trap, you know what I'm saying, for real. I get y'all to the money, bro.
You're crazy. Someone asked a question that, first of all, somebody said that they're going to Erica's inbox and asking for my phone number. How do you go up?
Oh, man.
There was a question. Wait. No, this one. So I'm in college.
Oh, hold on, wait. So I'm in college and I kind of want to boo. I think I've grown to appreciate the idea of a relationship and want to experience one. The issue is I'm fat and I'm an introvert. I'm cute though. Any advice?
Be confident.
You know,
love yourself.
Listen, confidence.
Yes.
You know, I feel like when I thought I was fat, I wasn't fat.
That's how.
And then when I really got fat, I didn't think I was fat.
Right. But fat is sexy, okay?
Be confident.
Yes.
You really like start off with just affirmations in the morning. Yeah. Talk to yourself. My mom always would tell me, like, if you're not going to believe anybody, you're going to believe yourself. Mm-hmm. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself.
And I went through my worst year when I was talking so bad to myself. When I kept saying, oh, my God, I'm so fat and I'm so ugly and and I just don't feel good. And you really will start to not feel good and to be fat. And and you probably won't physically be ugly, but you will be ugly to yourself because, you're down talking yourself. So
we got into it over there the other day in the car. I was like, yeah, I'm changing. I was like, I feel like I ain't got my confidence up like I used to. I was like, I know what it is. I haven't been in the mirror in a while. You was like, you do be in the mirror. I was like, I ain't been in the mirror the way I need to be in the mirror. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to be in the mirror singing, talking, laughing, drinking, having conversations, coming up with new dances. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it sounds weird, but sometimes you need to take that time to just be wild to yourself.
Yeah. And I used to do that all the time. That's all I did was twerk in the mirror. And I just used to feel sexy, and now I don't feel sexy. I done lost my whole sense of sexy because I don't be in the mirror.
And Sierra, I'm introverted too. I mean, people don't think that, but I am. Like when I was in college, I was involved in everything, but like when I would go in the cafeteria, I would always sit by myself. So. And it's nothing wrong with that.
No,
it's not. And I promise, girl, you'll grow out of it.
And that's how we became friends too. Because even when I was in high school and stuff, like people always called me stuck up, or they thought I was too cute, or all this crazy stuff. Because I was introverted, but I was also, once people got to know me, they would see that I'm kind of like outgoing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like that in my own little way, in my own little circle. So,
okay, y'all, this question's for y'all. How do you practice self-confidence and speaking things into existence? I'm so used to speaking negatively to myself and throwing my dreams out the window because I'm fearful and it's not attainable.
Let me tell you something. See, y'all gonna get me preaching on here.
Okay.
No, but listen, that was the key. Fear.
Yes, pretty pink.
Fear is the opposite of faith. Okay? Whatever you fear the most, it's going to happen because that's where your energy is going. You got to cut that out. Some of y'all might not believe in the Bible or Jesus or whatever you believe in, but I follow Christ. And in the Bible, God says over 375 times, he says, fear not. From fear, there comes insecurity. From fear, there comes evil, like jealousy. Fear is the seed to everything negative. So you got to cut that out, girl. Like, and when we were talking about talking to yourself in the mirror, talk to yourself. Like how we're talking to you, talk to yourself. You can even Google. Positive affirmations. I use the word of God. Like I will say in the morning, I'll say, I'm an overcomer. I use the word. Basically, I'm gonna let you talk because I feel like you need to talk.
No, it's okay. I was listening because we do it in all different ways. And when you step out of that fear, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Like sometimes you have to push yourself to just do it, and you will be like, "Oh my God! Like I could have did this so long ago," but you were so scared of doing it that it may have slipped away. Something new then came up, and you keep missing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Right? So try your best to do something different. If you want change in your life, you have to do something different. Doing the same thing is gonna keep you in the same place or keep putting you further behind. And on top of that, like when I do my affirmations, I just speak in the present. I speak in what I act as if whatever it is that I want, I already have now. And I focus on visualizing that and feeling it and just being thankful for what I have now. And I found that by being grateful and thanking God for everything that I have, whether it's just my friends, whether it's my family, whether it's this phone, like I'm just so appreciative of to be able to breathe the air that I breathe and just be able to have a healthy body. Like having that gratitude towards life opens up the doors to let everything else flow into me that I want.
The one thing you can start by saying is, I am not fearful.
Yes.
I do not fear.
Right.
I have faith. Just something
I
simple.
am successful. I have courage.
Today is going to be great.
Yes. I am beautiful. I am sexy. I am loving. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. And once you keep saying it, you just be like, damn, I really am happy.
Yes.
I'm happy. So, you know.
And
Baby, what do you think?
It's not going to be overnight.
No.
It's going to take time.
It's a process.
Because it took time for you to be negative.
Yes.
It took time because you're like emptying all of these, you're planting seeds of negativity. Yeah. Now you got to pull those roots up.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
And also realize when she said like things are not going to happen overnight, it's a process, right? I don't feel like enough people respect the journey and respect the process. We live in a day where everybody feel like shit is supposed to happen overnight because they look on social media and you may see that somebody was broke yesterday and they got money tomorrow, but you don't know what that person went through, what that person lived through, or whatever it may be. You don't know what seeds they planted before to obtain whatever success that they have at that moment. So all you have to do is focus on you, focus on what you want, focus on the things that you want to go right in your life. And, you know, you'll be happy with what you have. And you'll realize a lot of times that you have so much more than those people who you feel like have everything. Because 9 times out of 10, they just on their journey. They in the process. Just trust it, right? So
yeah, you have to be your biggest fan.
Yes.
Be your own audience sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cheer yourself on, clap yourself on. When you make a mistake, boo yourself. If you do that first, what anybody else got to say to you will not matter because you've already practiced it in your own world. Mm-hmm. So I just say, get in that mirror, do some crazy dances, make yourself laugh, so you could be your first for everything. So nothing won't be brand new to you.
I agree.
Like we all got.
And I also find that with cheering yourself on through those failures. Failures are what teach you. Just because you failed at things is not the end of the world. That business didn't succeed. Oh well, start another one. I lost weight and gained it all the fuck back. Okay, I'm gonna lose it again. I cannot sit here and be sad about something that is already going on. I can only put my energy into changing it. And I used to be a person because I suffered with depression and anxiety, and I went through a lot of trauma in my life. So I used to dwell on things that I could not change. So if it's in the past and if it's already happened, I can't dwell on it if I wanted to change.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're so funny. Will I ever date a female?
Dun, 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 dun.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm. But can I tell them a funny story?
What?
Because we did kind of get serious.
We did.
Young Erica's friend.
Oh,
baby! I met Babyhead. I was doing some internship.
You see, she tagged you the other day?
Mm-mm.
She didn't tag her. She just made the status.
Oh.
Well, I met her a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was nice, and me being summer and young and so sweet, I didn't know. I didn't even know she was gay. I mean, I don't know. I just looked at her like, oh, this is a girl.
She's a woman that dressed like a guy.
Yeah. So anyway, fast forward when she started dating Erica, then I saw Babyhead again. I was like, oh my gosh. And y'all, so I used to be with Lily when she would go and sneak to see Erica and hang out with her. And Babyhead would be there. And I remember one day I was like, Lily, you got to get me out of this car. I don't want to be around. This woman smelled like a whole man. Like she smelled so good. And she dressed so cute. And I was like, no, get me out of here. No. And I think after that night, I didn't see her no more.
I think you got mad that night. Wasn't it like...
Was that night we got into it?
We got into it?
Yeah.
About what?
Something stupid. I don't remember.
I think you wanted to chill with Lily, and Lily pulled over me and Babyhead.
It might have been there.
We was all we all met up by your mom's shop. It was one night.
I thought we was in D Drive.
When she done came to she went mad at D Drive. Remember, she was asking a million questions.
Oh yeah.
How do girls?
Y'all, Summer was so
curious.
So first of all, I've always been bisexual, right? I mean, literally since I was a kid. So
and people thought we were doing something.
Somebody said you was about to gay.
So, but do you remember that?
I do.
She was zenning y'all.
I went through that like my whole life, like all through high school, middle school. People always called me gay, and I'd be like, I'm not gay. Like I used to get so mad and want to fight people because they would call me gay. And so when I met Erica, I had never liked a stud ever in my life. Really, I always liked feminine girls, but
and men, short men with little feet. Studs.
So when I met Erica, I don't know. I mean, you see what then came out of that. It was like I met my best friend. So I was really weirded out at the fact that I was attracted to her in a way where I actually wanted to be in a relationship with her. So
I remember that. Because when I thought she was going through a phase, she was like, well, I've always been like bisexual. She was like, but I guess I just never met a girl that I wanted to actually be with.
Right.
Until she met Erica.
Like the only one, and out of all the girls, this is the only one I've ever wanted to be with. So
girls, I was daddy.
Anyways, someone was like, oh my God, it's a phase and this. And I'm like, no, this is pretty real. Like, I know what I'm feeling. I was like, if I had never been sure about anything, I was definitely sure about this one. So
I could tell.
It was interesting. It was interesting how my life changed. And I did get deep into lesbian life. Like, it was like a whole nother life.
She started watching the L Word. She was showing me people on Instagram, gay couples. I ain't even pay attention to the gay world.
But I never looked at gay like that. Like, I knew I liked girls and shit, but I didn't look at it as like, okay, I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, well, shit, this is shit people do. But then I realized it was the whole community out here of people who are just like me.
I know.
And I like dived into it. I'm like, oh my God, people like me.
When she came out, I felt attacked. People was coming up to me talking about me and Lily was intimate. Like, what dudes would be in my inbox. Like, y'all, it's dudes to this day that be like, I just want you and Lily. And I'm like, Lily, my friend? My best friend? Like, that lasted a few months.
Yeah.
Because you remember I asked you to make a post. Like, to be like,
Summer is not gay.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, question. Would you be okay with your significant other going on a trip with their bestie, knowing that their bestie is a hoe, and they always on a mission when it comes to females? Oh, it's about trust.
Yeah, because just because your friend is a hoe don't mean your girlfriend a hoe.
Yeah, you gotta trust your girlfriend. If you feel like your girlfriend gonna get out there and want to be like her friend, then y'all got some issues to work out in your relationship.
Between y'all two.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't got nothing to do with her friend.
Right.
Because
I was in a relationship like that where the person tried to control me because my close friend was like, I'm a very sexual person, but my friend at that time, she was sexual. And, you know, everybody called her a hoe and all that stuff. And they was like, you know, you don't need to be seen around them because people gonna think you do what they do. First of all, I'm my own person and they're their own person. Just because I'm with someone don't mean I do everything that they do. And you have to realize that people are their own people.
Remember that time we went to your brother's house and he put us out?
Well, that was when I was still coming out. Everybody wasn't comfortable with me being in a relationship with a girl or dating a girl or sleeping with a girl, whatever the crap picture they had in their mind. So, like, my family is so open. Like, we talk about sex, we talk about our bodies, like, we love on each other, like, hug and kiss, we extra loving. So I didn't have any issue when it was like, I didn't think I would have any issue with inviting the person I'm dating to my family's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always get together. And we came to my brother's house.
Thank you, Gino.
And my brother was like not having it. He was like, what the hell is this shit? This how he was acting, and it hurt my feelings so bad because my brother was like my dad. But I think back then, like, people always thought like he thought I was gonna be a bad influence on my niece, and my niece looked up to me so much, and he ended up apologizing to you. Though.
Yeah, he did.
Because people be insecure.
Yeah.
In themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was insecure within himself and his parenting. And if you got a boyfriend or a partner that don't want you to go on a trip with your friends because of their lifestyle, then they're insecure.
Right.
They're insecure about themselves and the relationship that y'all are in.
Right.
Because they don't have nothing to do with it. And to be honest, like, you know how that saying, like, what is it? Birds of a feather flock together. Mm-hmm. I get
you
it.
are who you hang
but
with.
if you, like, if you're content with who you are, like, I have always been Summer. Mm-hmm.